Three takes, not me. Two takes if you lucky. First take, stop me. Four takes, that's true. Three takes, not me. Two takes if you lucky. First take, you got me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cobb and Dash Show, the finals edition. Week 2 of the finals edition. We're lucky to have our guy Adam Milovich on right now. First time on the season, so it's nice to have you on, buddy. What a wild ride it's been for you this year. And it even continues to be wild from Pancake King to now. We got this weird little thing going on with this two weeks of finals. We're supposed to have Hotch on soon. He's driving, so he'll be calling from the road. And shortly we'll have him on. We'll explain to you what we are doing here today on the show. But Adam, how has the last 2 weeks been for you, man? It's been a whirlwind.
Absolutely. It's been a roller coaster. You know, coming into this season, I think I always knew I was going to end up here in the championship, but it hasn't always been a smooth path. You know, there've been doubters, there've been haters. But through the whole thing, I think my team knew where we'd end up, and this is where we are. You know, it's been unconventional, but this is where we expect it to be, and we expect to come out on top.
Yeah. I'd say all season, I think it was like the second half of the season was when we saw you start to get hot, you know, getting the weekly high scores, and it was like, oh, shit, like this team's the real deal. And you kind of steamrolled your way to the finals. Talk to us about what we're doing here today. I know Hotch should be coming on soon. As a commissioner, I let you and Hotch figure that one out. I gave some suggestions, but I let you guys figure that out. I didn't want to have a dog in the fight. I let you guys kind of figure that out. What made you come to this? Because we're about to find out today what you guys are doing. Because I thought you were going to just go in with the scores you had, and you were going to let his 3 dudes play it out, but then you decided to kind of scrap all that and go into what we're about to do today. So kind of let us know what you decided.
Yeah, it was definitely unprecedented territory. We had to come up with something unique. You know, going into that final game, the projections were pretty close. We felt like it was anyone's game there to win. Of course, what happened was unfortunate. You know, thoughts and prayers to Hamlin and his family. But, you know, it was one of these things where we didn't want to decide it with anything that wasn't fantasy related, right? We didn't want to do any coin toss or anything like that. So we came to the decision we'd split the winnings, and we determined the champion with something fantasy related. The reason we decided not to go with having his players take the week 18 and adding in their scores were, you know, things were different. The situation had changed for the players, particularly, you know, looking at his 3, Josh Allen, you know, he was in Cincy week 7, going up against a good Bengals team that had held opposing quarterbacks to, you know, not as many points, whereas week 18, he's at home playing against the Patriots. Not bad against opposing quarterbacks, but not as good as Cincy. And, you know, his other 2 players there, you know, Mixon in particular, for me, I didn't want playing in a week 18 game against the Ravens, who at the time we had decided didn't really have anything to play for. You know, if the game was canceled, and the NFL has come out with some stipulations of how the Ravens-Cincy game could end up being at a neutral site. But, you know, going into that week 18, if the Ravens didn't have anything to play for, you know, it wasn't the same situation for Mixon there. So that's kind of on my end why I decided the week 18 adding scoring back into week 17 wouldn't quite be an apples to apples replay there of what week 17 would have held for us.
I like it. We're also joined by the other finalist and Matt Hotch. Adam was walking us through the decision to not take your 3 scores from week 18, just add them to the week 17 score. What was your thoughts on that, Hotch?
I mean, it was an understandable conclusion. I think that looking at it subjectively, it would have made sense, but I understand Adam's criticisms of it, and with the time that we made the call with Baltimore having nothing to play for, I could see how, you know, Cincinnati could just run train. Jamar Chase could do what he does against them and have 3 touchdowns and 200 yards. So I understand why we made the call. I think it was a very strange situation, and every league is handling it differently. So I thought this would be more fun anyway. So I'm happy that we ended up doing this. It, you know, gives you one more time to draft before next season, which is the best part of fantasy anyway. So I'm happy that we landed on this. I didn't want to go the DFS route because I didn't want to start somebody like Greg Dortch in my flex because I paid up for other players. So I like where we're at.
You mentioned draft. We haven't said anything about what you guys are doing today. So since you're talking about that, let us know what you guys are planning on doing on the show today.
Okay. I mean, I guess I can go. So what we settled on, we had a lot of options. You know, we could have taken the Week 18 scores. We could have just replayed Week 18 with the teams we had. We could have done a DFS. So we kind of took the best of both worlds, and we're going to do, I think, a 13 or like 15 round draft, just Adam and I, of all of all players. So we have the ability to draft anybody who is actually playing for something today, and then it stays within the Basement League scoring scheme. So it makes it.
I was just driving and I heard your song on the radio. Sounds like you're doing great, and I miss you.
I knew what your mom said.
Yeah, are you playing my Spotify? What
The hell is that? Is that you, Haj?
I
Jesus.
It's a good song.
I've never heard that song before.
It was on your Spotify? What the hell's going on over there?
I don't know. Let me just.
Oh, look at him. Look at him getting all shy and embarrassed.
Yeah, no, that was my Spotify. I was playing Two Gone by CVBZ.
CVBZ. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good plug.
All right, so we're back. Yes, what we're going to do, we're going to do a draft so it stays within the Basement League scoring scheme. It feels more like a Basement League thing. I would like to clarify that there's no asterisk next to this championship, all right? Like, we're in the championship, so all you peasants outside of the castle don't get to decide what the Kings are doing in here, all right? This is a championship, and this is what we're doing. So I don't want to turn around and, you know, Adam's first championship has an asterisk. Hope's 4P doesn't have an asterisk. This is what we're doing. This is the Basement League.
Well, technically, hold on. It's not a 4P. You have to win 4 in a row.
Hope's fourth crown.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, thanks for the clarification.
I will say there has been some growing movement in the league that people do want, not Adam, but if you get the championship, people want an asterisk next to your name specifically. It's not both of you. It's just you.
Yeah, I mean, haters are gonna hate, and you know, we understand that. so you know, that's all right. You know, people don't like the men on top, and you know, it's been like that throughout history, and you know, we're gonna keep it that way.
I do gotta chime in and agree with Matt here. You know, I think this is one where since both of us are going in, we both agree no asterisks there on the end of the championship. We're both agreeing to this finale, and you know, however it rolls, however the dice fall, we'll agree with these results. Count it as a normal win.
I agree. Okay, so before we get into this, just so we're clear, this is gonna be manual scoring. So. You guys can, Adam, you can take control of the score of your team. Hodge, take control of the score of your team. And I'll go over and do a kind of a double, I'll do the scores for both you guys and make sure we're all set on what the scores are because we're going to be tying it to the BL Plus scoring. Is that how you guys want to handle this?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I was hoping that we could make another small league, but that doesn't make sense. So yeah, we'll we can just do the scoring outside of the Basement League and then just follow it. But the only question, so if I go to the Basement League right now, I think it's only going to show Week 17.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll have to go in and manually edit the scoring. Once we're done, once this Week 18 is over, I'll have to go in and edit it and make whoever wins the champion and whatnot.
No, I just mean I can't track my players right now because I can't even look at Week 18.
Yeah, that's the manual aspect of it. You're gonna have to go do each game log of all these games and that's the manual aspect. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Hey, this is fun, right? So
yeah.
And don't forget to check for stat corrections on Monday. You never know, that could come in and that could be decided.
And the bonuses change.
It's true.
A lot of shit in our league too. So
yeah, okay. That's also. So how are we going to decide who's going to be the number one pick here? We flip a coin? Are we Friday Night Lights style? How are we doing this?
What's Friday Night Lights style? I'm curious.
The movie. They had to flip a coin to get into the playoffs at the end. Billy Bob Thornton got heads. He got into the playoffs.
So 2 coin flips. So we're doing coin flip.
Yeah, a coin flip.
Double coin flip.
It'll be one coin flip. So
yeah, let's do a coin flip.
Paul's making a suggestion. I know Hotch likes Paul's suggestions. I said I suggest skipping IDPs for this.
I am okay with that, but that's up to Adam.
I don't feel passionately either way, but I'd say let's roll with the regular starting lineup, throw
Okay.
3 IDP in there, and just
Adam's
See,
doing IDP research, it sounds like, and he doesn't want to drop those out.
You're a smart man.
Yeah.
we did research on every player coming in,
Yeah. I ran
hunters,
my algorithm.
kickers, everything. You never know.
Fuck, I forgot about kickers. Whatever.
It's a 13th round draft, by the way, so it'll go by fast. Cobb, does anybody have a coin on them? I don't have a coin on me right this moment. I can go get one.
I definitely
It's
do
a
not.
13 round, so we have 11 starters.
Oh wait, no, I got a coin. I actually do.
Yeah.
So we have 2 bench spots.
Yeah, so just in case there's any like funny business, like if somebody you guys draft is out tomorrow, and most teams need this game tomorrow, so I don't think there's gonna be anybody crucial out. 2 bench spots, so you guys can just
Okay.
2 benches.
Yeah, I did have a question about this, real quick before we get started, just in case there was some more funny business in this last week. If let's say our kicker, right before their kickoff gets injured, pregame warmups, can we pick up anyone that hasn't been drafted to swap out for our lineup, or is whoever we put on our bench our only options there to throw in?
Hotch, how do you want to handle that?
I'm fine with kickers. I mean, everybody else, I think we shouldn't switch out. You have 2 bench spots in case something happens, but this is Dixie, by the way. But I'm okay with kickers being, interchangeable.
But you were just using kickers as an example, Adam. You're talking about pretty much any position.
Yeah, I mean, just to whatever we decide, we could say, only for kickers, but let's say same situation, if we pick a quarterback who's questionable and then, switches to out before the game. Is that something that we need to plan for and put on our bench, or is that
I think so.
ground rules here before going in?
I think that, this, given that we have the time, had the time to do the research and then we're doing this draft, I feel like we shouldn't have because everybody's going to be available, right? So I feel like we shouldn't, at this point, waivers should be off because it's tomorrow and today. So it's not too much.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Cobb, you have that coin?
Yeah.
All right. So, Hotch, since you're the higher seed going into this matchup, I'm going to have you give us heads or tails on this one.
Man, I'm nervous.
You gonna call when I flip it?
Yeah.
All right.
Heads.
Oh, what is that?
We can't see it.
It's heads.
Wow. What a scumbag. It's rigged, dude. It's rigged. That's why they did that trade with each other.
That's why I did it up here on my
Put them
hand.
out right now.
Jesus. At least you could have made it into BL Plus HQ today.
Yeah, it is so weird.
Different background, man.
I don't even know what the hell the BL Plus HQ is. I don't know what you guys do in this little world of yours.
It's not a metaverse, dude. It's real. All right, so I'm not going to do a clock here because you guys should go pretty easily. So, Hotch, you're on the clock here with pick number 1.
Okay. I mean, this is a hard decision. I've been putting a lot of thought into this. But I don't want to miss out on this guy on the turnaround, so I'm going to have to go Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah. Good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
I feel like he was going to go in one of your 2 picks.
He was, yeah. Points above replacement there. That's huge for that type of spot. All right, I will start us off with, and we're doing this snake style, right? So I get 2 picks. It doesn't matter what order. There's no keepers from this draft, right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, we get 4 keepers.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll do my guy who's been, he brought me here. Can't leave him behind now. I'll do CMC. And I'll go for a little poach here, and I'll do Justin Jefferson as my second.
Ooh.
Wow.
That hurts.
Didn't even touch my top 4. This is good. All right, I get back to back now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give me the king, Derrick Henry.
Wow, back-to-back coaches.
So this is a hard decision for me. With this pick, I could go with the guy that's brought me to championships before, and I'm really tempted to do so. But last time I watched the Bills-Patriots game, I mean, this dude was just toasting the Bills. I mean, the Patriots rookie corner. So I got to go with Stephon Diggs. I feel like he's got a lot to play for with Damar Hamlin, or whatever his first name is, getting hurt. They got a lot of heart right now, and I feel like he's going to come out. He's going to play hard. So I got to go with my boy Diggs.
All right, Adam, you're on the clock, buddy.
All right here. I'm not keeping track of everyone that's been picked, so hopefully I'll be able to remember here. I will go with. I'll do Austin Eckler and I'll do Josh Jacobs.
Ooh.
Oh, man. This is becoming difficult. I mean, he's sitting here now, so I got to go with him. I got to take Jamar.
All right.
They got something to play for. He put up 50 or like 30 points the last 2 games of last season. I feel like I'd be doing him a disservice and myself by not taking him. So I got to do it.
You want him, you got him, man.
This is when it becomes challenging here. Because I don't want to overload on certain teams. So I hate this. All right. I guess, fuck. Give me Kenneth Walker.
Ooh, wow. Interesting.
I mean, they got something to play for.
They do.
This is around the same time that you drafted him in our draft. Pretty key.
That's pretty key.
And he needs I think 100 and something yards for the 1,000 for 1,000
Oh,
yards.
really?
Yeah, so they'll probably try to get him that. There's a lot of incentives and bonuses at play this week for these guys.
Interesting.
All right. I will go with. I feel like this one could be the make or break. I'll go with Mahomes here.
Wow! Weird stack.
And it's one to avoid that stack, right? Where a Mahomes to Kelsey touchdown would just kill me. And then 2, if all the touchdowns go away from Kelsey, I feel like that could be the deciding factor right there.
True.
My second pick, I'll go with a bit of a reach here. I really want a guy there in that last game, have the opportunity for a comeback. I'm going to go with Aaron Jones.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Solid.
I respect that.
All right, Hodge. What do you got here with your back-to-backs?
I'm going to go with Mixon.
Wait, what?
Go Mixon.
Okay. And yeah, all right.
And
Sorry,
just in case Walker's hurt or we got some issues there, I'm gonna have to get a reserve player. So I'm gonna go with CD Lamb.
Oh,
wow.
That one hurts. I was hoping to get him a little
I
later.
know he wasn't coming home.
All right. So what is this round? I don't know. Adam, what do you got here, buddy?
Let me get a quick check here. You said this is a 13 round.
Yeah.
How many players do I have so far?
You have Mahomes, CMC, Jefferson.
6 players.
Yeah,
You're not writing this down?
I am writing this down.
Adam.
No, I'm not writing this down. I'll watch the video again later.
And for the record, they split it 50-50, so this is merely just for fun and the historical aspect of the
I
PL.
mean, it's for history, which is almost more important.
Yeah, the historical aspect.
Correct.
Okay, Adam, it's all you, buddy.
All right. I will go with. Let's see. I'll go with Amon-Ra first. And this is a tough one here. Let me get Tyreek Hill.
Ooh, with Skylar Thompson?
Him?
Hey, man. Yeah.
Dixie.
All right, Hash, you're on the clock.
Okay.
You have one bench spot to fill, and you have kicker, defense, and quarterback still.
Oh, I know. I know what I have.
Just helping you out.
I'm gonna round out my bench just in case something crazy happens. So, I'm gonna have to go with Travis Etienne.
Ooh. I mean, something crazy happens. You know they play tonight, right? So, like.
Oh, I know. I also didn't want him to get picked.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna go with the first IDP. My heart hurts a little bit drafting this guy because he has hurt my favorite franchise, but he's a good player. The team has something to play for, so I'm gonna have to go with Roquan.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Solid. All right, Adam. Adam, you have starting lineup. You just need a tight end, and you have kicker and all defenses.
Yep, I'll go with Hawkinson. Another
Wow.
one there.
Wow!
I
see why he didn't want to play Week 18. He wanted all my players.
Yep. Hey, had a good team.
I did have a good team.
And then I'll go with Luakan as my first IDP. I'm counting on him taking down Henry, at the line of scrimmage multiple times. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast pass coverage linebacker is going to tackle Henry.
Oh yeah, he's coming in there.
Yeah, he's going to try to fill that hole.
I mean, that's the only thing they're going to be worried about tonight. It's going to be King Henry. So.
That is true. Their offense sucks. All right, I got back to back.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a rookie safety that I want to highlight this year because
I knew you were taking him. What did he put up for you in that?
He's so good.
16 points.
The glue. He's come out. He's played his ass off. His team is right now. I think they're sitting at 2-13-1, and I feel like those 2 wins are really due to him. So I got to go with Petrie on the Texans. Rookie safety, beast, one of the best IDPs of the year.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
All right, so then I'm going to circle back. So I have 2, I think, baseline IDPs that I think are going to give me some, good baseline data. So now I need something where, he's going to pop. So I got to think about teams that really have something to play for and, that have that fire on defense. And my mind immediately goes to the Steelers and the heart of that team, which is TJ Watt. I'm hoping for a sack, fumble, some kind of interception or something like that. So, I want that boomer bust. And I was a little nervous going with the 49ers because they're going to steamroll the Cardinals in the first quarter and sit all their starters. So I didn't want to risk that and get a 0 from some of their players. So I got to go with Watt. I think it's going to be a full game.
It's a good pick.
All
right, Adam.
I'll take the first kicker here. I'll go with Myers. And then I'll go with Nick Bolton.
Ooh, that's been one of the best IDPs of the year. Solid, dude.
It's a good play. Good pick.
Solid.
Is it me?
Yeah, you got last 2 picks here for Matty Ice, Mr. Irrelevant here.
So I guess kicker, I got to think about who's going to stay in the game and who's going to care. My heart wants to go with Justin Tucker. But I think that they're gonna get behind too quickly, and they're not gonna kick field goals. So I gotta work away from that. But I do think that. Well, let me think about this for a second. You know what? I gotta go with the guy that's been true to me all year. I got to go Jason Sanders. Miami has something to play for. I don't think that they're going to get in the end zone a lot, but I think that Waddle and Hill are going to get them into, 35, 20-yard line, and then Sanders can just take it home all day. And then I'm gonna finish this out with Mr. Irrelevant on my end. Basement League, Mr. Irrelevant. Huh?
Brock Purdy?
No. This is Basement League, Mr. Irrelevant. I gotta go with Josh Allen. He's still sitting there at the end of the draft. I got the stack with Diggs, but I don't overstack with Kelsey and Mahomes if they end up blowing out the Raiders and then they sit their starters. So I'm gonna take Allen. He brought me to the promised land, and I got to make sure that I give him the respect he deserves.
I like it. Adam, who's the real Mr. Irrelevant of this draft?
Yeah, before I give that, I like the Allen pick. We got the two arguable number one players from each squad riding again in Week 18. We got Allen and McCaffrey head to head, so it's what I like to see.
Yeah.
In that same line, this guy's been on my squad all season. He's had quite a few down weeks, but I think everyone still regards him as one of the best defensive players in the game. I got to go with my guy Micah Parsons.
I respect that.
I like it.
Sam Howell's going to have some trouble with him.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how his hand's doing, but hopefully, he's playing. So
yeah, he did have a fumble recovery in the initial championship.
So you got all three of the guys that you had that didn't get to play last week.
I know.
I like that. I'm glad you did that at least.
Yeah, I thought about it, and I thought it would make sense. I think it would be like a nice, holistic rounding out to the season, just to bring them home and let them play for the championship that they rightly deserve.
Going down with your guys.
Yeah, like captain going down with the ship. I have almost my entire lineup except for 3 players. Mixon, Walker, Chase, Allen. Yeah,
Sure.
but then Henry, Diggs, and Kelsey are new.
You don't have any of the guys Cobb give you. Oh, no, you do, Mixon. Sorry.
Fuck you.
Just had to throw that in there.
Yes.
All right. Well, that does it for the 13-round draft, the Week 18 draft. Just things coming up. So today, Barry's going to see Paul's place to potentially look up BL plus HQ3, so that could potentially be happening. And then next week we'll begin the 12th owner interviews, the live stream Kabadasho interviews. So if you get a chance, join the live stream for that. You guys can ask questions and find out a little bit more about the next owner, the potential next owner. So
cool.
Yeah, can't wait. All right, guys. Well, we wish you guys good luck, and I'll be texting you guys about what you guys have for the manual scores, and then we can make sure everyone's.
Are you going to be providing a live win percentage for us too throughout this whole process?
I will not be doing that. I'm not a math guy. I'll just.
All right, Cobb, we'll leave that to you. Look forward to these texts.
Yeah, it's right now it's at 60%, 40% Adam. So it's crazy.
All right, I love it. Looking good.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What did I do the math on?
Well, I thought you were putting them into a Yahoo calculator or something.
No,
This is IBM Watson. This is an advanced algorithm here.
That's
yeah.
great. It's just in his brain. Yeah, he's pretty talented. He goes to Northwestern. If anybody doesn't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's true. He does.
Yeah,
He's our Excel guy.
yeah. Well, this was fun. I'm happy we did this.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice little mix-up. I know most other leagues are doing just Week 18 and with your squad, so I think this is a cool way of doing it since everyone's out. So it's just you guys had a whole draft board to go by.
Yeah, this is the basement league.
Yeah.
We do things differently.
We do. Most of the time, it's better.
99% of the time it is.
98.
The 1% of the time where you want to threaten to quit is the only time that.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we wish you guys good luck, and we'll be seeing you guys on the live stream next week for the owner interviews.
Sounds good.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Good day.
Well, what do you think about that, Cobb?
Interesting.
Do you agree? Do you agree with this whole 13-round draft thing? I was kind of when they told me they were doing that, I was like, all right, I like that. If I was Adam, I probably wouldn't have wanted to do that. But
I don't know. I feel like going into the game, it was pretty 50-50. And I know Hodge needed 50 points from his 3 guys. Not that it wouldn't have happened, but it's still a lot. So I think after how Adam's team started, I think at the beginning he would have loved to do this style. So I think it was even. I think it's fun.
That's fun for sure. Yeah.
And both owners were on board. So
anything Hotch wants to do is always fun. So that's one good thing. If you're in the situation with anybody, I think he's probably the best person to do that with. I would have loved to see Hotch's stance on this if he was the one who was up 50 with the other guy having 3 guys left. I don't think he would have changed much because Hotch is usually in for just having fun. I will say some of the best comments that went on during the draft were Alex saying that the whole league's riding with A. Millie. I thought that was pretty funny. Roden even laughed at it. Paul talks about the HQ3 happening, and then also Paul suggests that Hotch went 2 of the 3 guys from his defense, which Paul made the playoffs, so it's not bad.
All right, good homage.
Yeah. I don't think Paul was thinking that. I think if Paul knew that, I think if Hotch knew that Paul had those guys on his team, he probably wouldn't have drafted both those guys. But yeah, and then Alex also said, "Not for fun. There's a ring on the line here." So he's right. He's right about that. At the end of the day, he's right about that. Asterisks or not, he's right about that. But don't worry, those guys will not have an asterisk on their plaque on the trophy. Actually, I do need to talk to Hodge about getting that trophy in order to put the person's name on there before the draft. So we'll have to figure something out. But yeah, so that does it for us. You excited for the owner interviews next week starting? I'm really happy about that. We got three good candidates. I think there's one that really stands out to me. I already got a few. I think Hotch already told me who he's not voting for based on something that has nothing to do with fantasy, which I thought is fantastic. No merit on anything. He just didn't like the person's name, and I think that's hilarious. And
I have to go remember the other owners that were suggested and try and guess which one it was.
Just think of the 3 names.
What's what I'm saying? I'm missing the third one.
There's Barrage, there's JoJo, and then there's Dwight. Which one of those names is not a normal name for a grown man?
Does he not know JoJo?
No, he doesn't. But I don't think that matters because I met JoJo 2 years ago, and I'm pretty sure he introduced himself as JoJo. So is that his real name? That might be a question we have to ask him on air. Is that your real legal name? Is JoJo what you go by, or is that your real legal name? I don't know. If your name was JoJo, I understand, but if you're still going by the nickname JoJo at 25, maybe Hodge is right. Maybe there's a point to this.
This is your teammate, man. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, flag football is a little different than fantasy. Fantasy's a business. Flag football is not business. Well, it's business in a different way.
Yeah, different kind of business.
Before we go here, what did you think of the 2 teams? I thought there was a clear winner in this draft.
A
clear winner. It wasn't even close.
I think Adam went really running back heavy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of playoff implications and things are going on today. If Cincinnati wins their game, which they will, Eckler and the Chargers are not going to be playing their guys because it doesn't matter if they win or lose. They'll stay remain that seed. So Eckler is a joke of a pick. Jacobs, Aaron Jones. I get Detroit's defense is awful, but you could have gone some other guys who really needed these games. Obviously Green Bay needs that game, but if Detroit will be eliminated if Seattle wins. Detroit's done. If Seattle loses, then Detroit's got a shot. But if Seattle wins, Detroit doesn't give a shit about that game.
Yeah.
CMC, I don't think the Niners need that game. I don't think seeding matters for them in that one. Jefferson, Minnesota needs that game. But there's someone he took chances on guys you shouldn't be taking chances on in week 18.
And that's the issue with week 18. Again, I like the alternative.
If you do your research, there's no issues, and Hodge clearly did his research.
Right, but that it eliminates a lot of players from the pool. And it's just annoying that that's kind of how that's why fantasy ends a week before. It's just
are you saying there should be an asterisk next to the championship?
No, I just did. Before I said I like this alternative they came up with.
It sounds like you're saying this is why I don't like week 18. Because you do your research.
If everyone had a pick, they would say they didn't want to play week 18.
True, but I'm saying the way they did it. Well, that's if you're doing week 18 based on the rosters you have. These guys had a chance to pick whoever they wanted.
Yeah,
week 18,
I hear you.
If you draft properly, you're drafting guys who need this game. So that week 18 bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The player names are enticing, but then you do your research that these teams don't have anything to play with or play for, and it's just gonna. I don't know. It's a lot of risk.
And I hate to say it, Hodge he did his research. And looking at his team, I mean, there's not a flaw in the lineup. And I'll also say this too: Hotch did his research. Hotch may not say he wants to be the he doesn't care if he's the fourth wins it for the fourth time. He cares, and quite frankly, he cares. And so last week I was probably really against Hotch to win the championship, but like right now, seeing the research he put in, the time he put in for this, like to look at the playoff scenarios, look at the guys who need the game, I think I'm rolling with Hotch. I think I'm changing my my anti-Hotch stance. We had a long conversation the other night. Maybe I hadn't talked to him in a while, and they buttered me up a little bit. But I'm Hotch all the way, baby. What do you think?
It's fair, man.
I know you've been Team Hotch all year long. I mean, since the trades you gave him, so like that's nothing new for
We
you.
can go right back into this if you'd like, but it's week 18. It's our off season, unfortunately. So it's a nice little treat we got here until we roll into the owner interviews next week. So I'm glad we got this done. I'm glad both owners got on the show for the first time this season. And I don't know I guess Adam came on last season, maybe.
Yeah, he came on a lot. If you last year and the year before that, Hotch came on. He's come on once in the 2 years we've done, 3 years.
I don't think either owner watched an episode this year, but I'm happy to. I'm happy they came on at the end when it.
Tell you what, though, there's been some questions as far as dedication to this league after Ruben just randomly up and left. People are like, "Well, what's going on in the BL Plus?" I mean, we love this league, but what's going on with it? And I think today showed you that we have two guys, Hotch, right? And Hotch is a mainstay in this league. He's got the most championships in the league. I had one owner telling me I think Hotch isn't a long-term guy. I'm like, why is that? He goes, I just don't feel like that. I'm like, what? Okay, Hotch is a long-term guy. And today, I think, doubles down on that. The guy did his research. The guy was looking at playoff scenarios. The guy comes on, calls me like midnight 2 nights ago. It's like, we need to work on something. We need to get this thing nailed down. Talk to his commish, and that's how you know a guy's locked in. He's talking to his commish. You know, he wants to be on the same page as the commish. I mean, he could be an anarchist and go the opposite way of his commish, but he wanted to be on the same page with this guy. And then we're talking 2 hours about all these types of things. And he comes on at 10 a.m., makes any time work. I said I could do Friday night, and he's like, yeah, I can make that work. I was like, but I could also do Saturday morning. He goes, I can make that work. That's how you know the guy's in, right? And then he comes on here. He was a little late, but that's fine. He comes on here and does this thing. Hotch is in a lot. I hope the person who told me that Hotch isn't a long-term guy, I hope this person who wasn't even in the chat today, I hope this person sees what Hotch did for the league, and maybe he can change it up a little bit. What do you think? What do you think about Hotch's dedication? Did you ever question it?
No, I don't think so. It sounds like he gave you he butted Joe pretty good. So some good praise right there. No, I don't think so. I think he's like you said. I mean, there's been multiple times where he's said he would leave, but I think that's always empty threats, anyways. And I think like deep down he's just trying to he cares, and it's just his way of trying to push some things. But no, I mean, from both of our conversations with him, he talks highly of the Basement League. He does his research with it. He cares a lot about it. You heard it here on the show today. So in front of honestly probably our most viewed
second most viewed. The highest viewed was the episode where Tasia co-hosted.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he also admitted to me, because he was a big thing, because Stu was like, dude, we need to make sure we have the owner interviews, because Hotch, I don't know if Hotch is going to be able to is going to want to stay in the league. And I talked to Hotch the other day about the owner interviews, and he's like, dude, I don't give a fuck about that. He goes, I just want you to have to do more work. I'm like, you're such a piece of shit. And I was like, I understand that, but it's a good idea, you know? Like, yeah, I didn't want to do this at first, but now I think about it. Now we get to see like these three people who. The best part about the owner interviews is we're going to have two guys who may never be in this league ever again. They're going to come on for this. They're going to get asked these random ass questions, and they're not going to be in the league. It's kind of funny, actually, that's going to happen. And that's because of Hotch. You know what? Like, Hotch, he doesn't have many – other than winning championships, he doesn't really provide much for this league and some comedic entertainment. But, like, that's all Matt Hotch. We wouldn't have these owner interviews if it wasn't for Matt Hotch's crazy idea. And we're going to have that. We're going to have some awkward encounters with people in the coming weeks in these owner interviews because of Matt Hotch. And the BL Plus can thank people for that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be awkward. But it'll be good. It'll be good content. I mean, I didn't nominate anyone, so I don't really have a dog in the fight. I'm excited to hear from all three, give all three the proper analysis on who the next owner should be. And we'll let this play out.
Yeah. 100%. And I hope those are the most watched episodes just because I want everyone to kind of hear what's going on. And also they can watch it later on, but I want people to come in and chime in and ask questions
questions, yeah.
Yeah, because like you and I can ask questions all day long, but some things that we may prioritize, they may not prioritize. But also it sounds like people just don't care. They kind of just want to see. I think people just want to see the spectacle of having people come on and try to like sell themselves to be in the keeper league with. Yeah, it'll be hilarious. But that does it for us, guys. We'll see you guys next week for the owner interviews. We hope everybody enjoyed the Week 13 draft or the Week 18 draft, the 13-rounder with the Hotch and Emily, and we wish both those guys a good luck. And I will be posting the rosters on Facebook or on the Facebook page momentarily. So, Cobb, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll be texting you, buddy.
Sounds good. You too, guys. Or you and everyone in the chat.
Yeah.